Hello and welcome to another session of our English vocabulary series based on 504 absolutely essential words. This session I'm going to teach you lesson 40 of this vocabulary course book. Before starting, let me show you the flashcards here by just hovering the cursor of my mouse on the hyperlinks. Unless, as you can see, means if not. I could not illustrate it, therefore actually I used some simple a simple phrase, if not. Yeah. And next word is document. Document means some data, some facts that you can use in order to prove something or disprove something. Evidence also you can say. And this is prejudice. Prejudice means bigotry, narrow-mindedness. As you can see, the person has blindfolded his eyes, and therefore a blindfolded person cannot see clearly his surroundings. Sorry. Okay. Jeopardize is in danger. As you can see, this rope is about to be torn. Is in danger, to put something or somebody in danger. Jeopardy is the noun form. Of course, I will get back to that later. And soldier, I have not illustrated it yet. I think that's it for this session. And okay. Unit 40. Okay. The first word is epidemic. Epidemic means an outbreak of a disease that spreads rapidly so that many people have it at the same time. So it is a noun. Do not make this mistake that epidemic actually is dominantly an adjective, because we have academic, we have economic, because of that IC adjective maker at the end. But it is not. It can be used as an adjective, but it's rare. It rarely happens. So predominantly it is a noun. An outbreak, and also, as you can see, widespread as an adjective. So sentences. All the schools in the city were closed during the epidemic. During the widespread or prevalence of a disease. For example, a contagious disease. I think we covered it in the previous session. Hold on. And let me zoom in. Contagious. A contagious disease is a disease that spreads easily, among the people. Sentence B. The depiction of violence in the movies has reached epidemic proportions. The depiction means showing, display of violence in the movies has reached epidemic proportions. So it means that it has been widespread and ubiquitous among all people, among a great number of people, or a great deal of people. So it is ubiquitous. Let me write it down. Ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means everywhere. So popular. Okay. During the epidemic, we were forbidden to drink water unless it had been boiled. During the epidemic of a disease, particularly a bacterial or viral disease, because it has something to do with drinking water, we were forbidden or prohibited to drink water unless it had been boiled. Let me give you some hints about the use of unless. When you use unless, after unless, the verb should be affirmative or positive, as you can see here. It had been. So if you want to change the sentence with if, it should be something that if it had not been boiled. So if the water had not been boiled or disinfected or purified or cleaned, we wouldn't have been able to drink it. So it was necessary for us first to boil it, to heat it, and then actually drink it. So unless means if not. Okay, second word, obesity, means extreme fatness. Obesity. Obesity is a disease. That's why we have childhood obesity. Generally, some children, particularly in the US, there are some campaigns against childhood obesity. It seems that actually children in the US, because of the fact that they involuntarily adopt some unhealthy lifestyles, they tend to become obese. So the adjective form is obese. There's a difference between stout, that we're going to focus on, and obese. Stout or stoutness as a noun is less serious. So obese is stronger, or actually more serious. So a person who is stout is not as fat as a person who is obese. Obesity is considered a serious disease. That's what it is, because actually it may lead to diabetes and some other diseases. Okay. The salesman tactfully referred to Jack's obesity as stoutness, as I explained. It was a salesman. Tactfully means wisely or thoughtfully. Referred to Jack's obesity as a stoutness. So the salesman, in order to perhaps actually persuade Jack to buy something, because actually he was a salesman, he referred to Jack's obesity or fatness, extreme fatness, as a stout. So he just minimized the seriousness. He minimized the seriousness for some reason, but as far as we have evidence to support actually here, it must be because of the fact that he wanted to persuade Jack to buy something from him, because it was a salesman. Okay. At the medical convention, the topic discussed was the prevention of obesity. Medical convention. Convention is a meeting in which the participants actually have something in common. They share the same interest or profession. So here all of the participants must be medical doctors or medical students. The topic that was discussed was the prevention, or let's say keeping away, prevention, preclusion of obesity. So they were trying to just give offer some solutions to the problem of obesity, to eradicate or eliminate it. Word 3, magnify, means cause to look larger than it really is. Make too much of, go behind the truth in telling. Yeah, from that point of view, magnify, if you just overestimate something, it means exaggerate. Exaggerate, or even you can say overestimate. And the opposite is underestimate. Sorry, underestimate. Okay. So okay, magnification is the noun form and also magnifier. For example, I now reduce magnification. You know, I just reduce magnification and now I increase magnification so that it is easier for you to see. Okay. Sentence A. A microscope is a magnifying glass. You know, micro means small, is a prefix, and scope means seeing, watching. So watching something that is small, microscope. Telescope means, tele means far, telescope means seeing something that is far away, so distant, for example, other planets in the galaxy. Okay, sentence B. It seems that Mr. Steinmetz, I'm not good at names, I don't know, magnified the importance of a document in his possession. It appears that he magnified or exaggerated or even actually gave a lot of attention to the importance of or significance of the document or evidence in his ownership. Possession means ownership, something that you possess or you have. You see, when you magnify the importance, it means you overestimate, as I explained. Okay. Sentence C. Some people have a tendency to magnify every minor fault in others. Yeah, there are fault finders. Fault finders. These people are cynic. We call them cynic, or too pessimistic, too critical. You know, these people cannot have enough friends. You know, they're generally speaking, these people end up living in isolation. If you just happen to find faults in people, in your friends. Okay. Well, nobody's perfect, so first we should focus on our own faults. Word 4, chiropractor. Chiropractor is a person who treats ailments or diseases by massage and manipulation of the vertebra and other forms of therapy on the theory that disease results from interference with the normal functioning of the nervous system. Yeah, they try to manipulate some parts of the let's say body, particularly bones and spinal column, as we have it here. Okay, in order to actually help the patients to feel better, because actually there is a link or relationship between nervous system and spinal column and also let's say vertebral part of your body, because you know inside the spinal column there is spinal cord, which is so central to the nervous system, just coming from or originating from your brain. Okay, so the chiropractor tried to relieve the pain by manipulating the spinal column. This person, I don't think a chiropractor is a medical doctor, but I'm not sure, I don't have enough information about that. He tried to relieve, means relax, pacify, alleviate, let me write it down, alleviate for relief, the pain by manipulating the spinal column. Well, manipulate, mani here, mani means hand in Latin, and pulate means to put something or to just arrange something with your hands. So the spinal column, as I said, the spinal column is a special vital area on your back from your brain till your legs and let's say hips, and inside that there is actually spinal cord. Mrs. Lehrer confirmed that a chiropractor had been treating her. So she verified or announced that a chiropractor had been curing her or treating her. Sentence C, the chiropractor recommended hot baths between treatments. So he suggested or recommended hot baths or warm baths, taking warm baths between treatments. Okay, word 5, obstacle. It's anything that gets in the way or hinders. Even we have hindrance. The verb form is obstruct, to obstruct. And also for impediment we have impede, because we have it here. Impediment means impede. Obstruction actually is another noun for, actually is the noun form of that. Obstruct is the verb and obstruction is the noun. Okay, and obstacle is another noun. Okay, the soldiers were compelled to get over such obstacles as ditches and barbed wire. They were compelled means forced to get over such obstacles, to overcome some problems, for example, to just combat or deal with their fear, and actually overcome some limits such as ditches or let's say holes, and barbed wire. For example, you have barbed wire fence. These are some obstacles that the any intruder is intended to be prevented from having an entry into something. Okay, and okay. Sentence B, ignorance is an obstacle to progress. Ignorance means not having enough knowledge or not knowing about anything, about any particular thing. Ignorance, the opposite is knowledge, is an obstacle or a hindrance to progress, to promotion or getting better. C, prejudice is often an obstacle to harmony among people. If a person tends to be bigot or biased, okay, so that shatters or destroys the harmony among people. Easy. Okay, word 6. Ventilate is change the air in. Purify by fresh air. Discuss openly. For example, with the help of an air conditioner. We ventilated the kitchen by opening the windows. So easy to understand. No further explanation is required. B. The lungs ventilate the blood. Yeah, it's self-explanatory. And sentence C. There is merit in ventilating the topic of the prom before the entire senior class. First of all, let me explain about prom. Prom is a particular dance ceremony for students who are about to graduate. There are senior students. So there are 4 classes of students before getting a BA or BSc degree at the university. First of all, in their first year, they are called freshmen. Fresh means early, so they are fresh students. It means they're in their first year of academic year, And then sophomore students are in their second academic year of 4. And then we have junior and then senior. So senior students are about to graduate. Okay, they study in their last academic year or educational year. So that's why they are about to graduate. So there is merit or advantage or value in ventilating or discussing. Here means discussing the topic of the prom, because it's a kind of ceremony. It is topic based before the entire senior class. Okay. All right. Word 7. Jeopardize is risk. The noun form is jeopardy. Jeopardy means danger. Peril. Okay. Risk, in danger. Soldiers jeopardize their lives in war. Yeah, they make a lot of sacrifice. They because it may cost them their lives, and they may get killed. Sentence B. Mr. Marcus revised his opinion of police officers after 2 of them had jeopardized their lives to save his drowning child. So from this sentence we can understand that before this accident that happened to Mr. Marcus' son, he had low opinions about police officers. But he revised, means changed. He made up his mind. He changed his opinions of police officers after 2 of them refers to police officers, had jeopardized or endangered their lives to save his drowning child. So his drowning child, son or daughter, actually was being suffocated under the surface of water. That's why we have drowning. So he was about to get drowned, and 2 police officers just endangered their lives to save him or her. And because of that, Mr. Marcus changed his mind or revised his mind about police officers. Though it jeopardized his chance for a promotion, Mr. Raphael ventured to criticize his boss. Although it jeopardized, it endangered his chance for a promotion. Okay, the subject of this phrase is the same as Mr. Raphael. So there is two clauses with the same subject. Mr. Raphael ventured, or actually risked, even you can put it as a verb, risked doing something, risked criticizing his boss, although actually it jeopardized or endangered his prospect or chance of promotion. So he must be a very courageous person, okay, and opinionated. Okay, and word 8, negative, saying no, minus, the opposite is plus, plus, showing the lights and shadows reversed. Reversed means in an opposite direction. It refers to traditional photography in the dark room. You know, everything will be printed out in a 180-degree opposite, so direction or angle. It's not common anymore these days with the help of digital cameras. Okay. The captain gave a negative response to the request for a leave. In military contexts, the opposite of negative is affirmative, it's not positive. For example, the colonel, let me write it down. Colonel, it is written colonel, but it is pronounced cornell. Actually said affirmative or positive, affirmative or negative as a response to a question, for example. I do not want to just take your time writing down the whole sentence. So affirmative means positive. Usually it collocates with response or answer. Okay. Gave a negative response to the request or let's say plea, plea, for a leave. Leave as a noun means a period of time during which an employee can just be exempted from working. For example, we have, let me write it down and explain it to you with an example. Maternity leave, or in some cases paternity leave. Maternity leave refers to a special period of time ranging from 2 months to 6 months. When a new mother gives birth to a child, she is allowed, if she is an employee, she can stay home and take care of the child and recover, without necessarily without working, and actually she receives remuneration and salary and wage, her own wage. So this is maternity leave. And in some countries, even we have paternity leave. It means that the father actually is allowed to stay home and take care of the mom and child or baby, and for a while that is generally shorter than maternity leave. So you can understand the meaning of leave here. 3 below 0 is a negative quantity or number, means minus 0, minus 3. Okay, and it's clear. A negative image is used to print a positive picture. It's, as I said, in traditional photography in the dark room. Okay. Word 9. But before that, let me just give you some interesting piece of news about our classes. If you're interested to participate, I have considered a free conversation class in preparation for IELTS. You know, as you can see, it is free English conversation class, and a participation is free for all. So if you want to just get a good mark on your IELTS exam, particularly the speaking section, so I think that it's a great opportunity for you to attend this class, and it is ideal for IELTS speaking practice. And the class time is Tuesdays from 8:30 to 9:15 p.m. according to Iran's standard time, because I live in Iran. So and also this note is accessible on my website at LELB.net on homepage. This is my homepage. Okay, homepage, and you can see this note here, and you can have all the necessary information to attend our free classes, conversation classes. It's a great opportunity. I guarantee your academic satisfaction. And let me explain more. So if you just click there, you will be directed to the let's say archive of our previous conversation classes, and there are podcasts and you can listen to them. And the class is held on Discord. My group classes are held on Discord, so you can download Discord and join our channel, you know. But before that, and also you can learn how to, if you click here, you can learn how to customize Discord. For example, you need to activate push to talk button and so on and so forth, and everything has been illustrated with photos, so you can easily do it in 5 minutes. And if you have some questions about my this free class, it's free. I told you it's free because I need to just make my site more dynamic and to have more interaction. You can click here to chat with me on Skype if you have any further questions, and also you can contact me because Telegram is more used in Iran. So if you have Telegram, so you can just click here to contact me on Telegram. And so I told you it's a great opportunity for those who really want to practice speaking in preparation for the IELTS exam. There are challenging questions, and you can just challenge yourself with the help of your friends, including me. And so I think that's a great opportunity if you just take it. And now that I'm on my homepage, let me just, here you can see that there are some archives on my website based on categories: 504 absolutely essential words, 1100 words, conversation for and against, IELTS interview, IELTS essay, lectures, and so on and so forth. Well, I just thought that you might like to join our conversation class, and it is free, as I said. Okay. Word 9. Pension. Pension is some money that is regular payment, which is not wages. So it is not your income, but it is given to you somehow to help you, to motivate you to make such a payment. For example, if you are handicapped, if you are injured, you receive some fixed amount of money from the government or from your employer. Yeah, this is pension. Okay. Pensions are often paid because of long service, special merit, or injuries received. Yeah, long service. For example, an employee is a very, or happens to be a very productive one, and the employer wants to appreciate his or her employees' services. Special merit, for example, a person is really productive and resourceful, and injuries. The pension is calculated on the basis of your last year's income. So if your last year's income is really high, so you happen to receive a higher pension, and vice versa. Mrs. Colby pensioned off her employee after 30 years of loyal service. So she was really generous, and she pensioned off or gave pension to her employee after 30 years of loyal and sincere service. Okay, let me drink some water as I generally do. Okay. Word 10. Vital. Having to do with life. That's why we have vitamin, because vitamin is essential or vital for life. The root is the same. Necessary to life, causing death, failure, or ruin. Lively. Means serious. Generally we don't use vital with the meaning of deadly. No, it means actually so serious. I will explain it to you later. We must preserve and protect our vital resources. Nature preservation, yes, it's necessary. It's a high responsibility, a serious responsibility. Eating is a vital function, the obese man reminded me. Yeah, you cannot expect something more of an obese person because they are deeply involved in eating, overeating. That's why they are overweight. Eating is a vital function, the obese man reminded me. Obese, as I explained it to you at the very beginning of this unit, it means a person who is too fat or overweight. The valiant soldier died of a vital wound. Valiant means brave, courageous. Passed away, died of a vital wound. Vital here means so serious, grave. Even you can say grave. Okay. And word 11, municipal, means urban. Related to the city. The opposite is rural. Okay. Of a city or a state. Having something to do in the affairs of a city or town. The state police assisted the municipal police in putting down the riot. Remember, state police has a larger jurisdiction. Jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is a territory or area under the control of some police officers. So the jurisdiction or controlled area or harnessed area of a state police is larger than a municipal police. For example, we have the state of Nevada, and Las Vegas is just one area of the whole state of Nevada. So assisted or helped the municipal police in putting down or controlling or quelling the riot. So put down the riot means control or harness or manage the demonstration or even protest. Okay, or a strike. Okay. There was only a mediocre turnout for the municipal election. Okay, turnout means a crowd of people, multitude. Okay, mediocre turnout means not so many people, just few people. It's in let's say insufficient. Mediocre turnout for the municipal elections. It's clear. So we didn't find a lot of people there just in the queue to vote for example, a person or candidate. The municipal government placed a ban on parking during business hours. Municipal government or president or director or manager placed a ban, or you can say prohibited. Let me write it down. Prohibited parking during business hours or rush hour or peak hour. Yeah, so parking, for example, was not allowed during the or at rush hour. And the last word is oral. Is it spoken, using speech, or relating to the mouth? For example, speaking and listening are oral skills because it has something to do with using your mouth. Okay, an oral agreement is not enough. We must have a written promise. So if you say something, it's not a fact. It is not a document. We need to just document it. We need to have a treaty or protocol. Written agreement. Okay. Sentence B. Oral surgery is necessary to penetrate to the diseased root. So the context actually must be in a dentist's office, because there is a root canal in which the dentist tries to eradicate the nerve of a tooth. This is called root canal. Is necessary to penetrate, permeate, go through. To the diseased root. And the last sentence, his unique oral powers made Lincoln a man to remember. His unique, matchless oral powers means actually conversation ability or conversational ability. He must be a very eloquent person. And very great conversationalist. It refers to Abraham Lincoln, one of the most famous presidents of the United States, a man to remember. And he was a Republican as far as I know. Okay. So he was really good at making speeches and conversations, leading conversations, and because of that actually he was in authority. Alright, thank you so much for your attention, and remember, here you see this strip in dark blue. If you click on that, you can just contact me on LELB.net if you want to just have any participation with me. I'm open to participation. and cooperation, I mean cooperation. And so if you want to have any cooperation, I'm open. And also if you want to participate in our free classes that I explained to you before. And let me see. As usual, you can just see the tags here at the bottom of the post, and if you have any question, you can just log in with your social media accounts and use this comment form to leave your questions, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I receive notifications on my smartphone, and then actually I get back to you very soon. And you can just subscribe to my Opera channel, and you can listen to the last lesson uploaded by me on my Opera channel, and it's an IELTS speaking test, a sample IELTS interview with one of my private students. And let me see what is going on Instagram. You can see qualify, and also on YouTube I have uploaded more than 100 lessons. So, and also this is the custom link URL, youtube.com/c/LELB Society. You can easily find it, youtube.com/c/LELB Society. And you can see dismal means depressed, in low spirits, data, and it's all about our free classes. Unaccustomed, you see, it means a person is not, and also bachelor, and this is corpse, a dead body. Sorry for the external noise, I don't know what is going on there, but it's out of my control. I'm sorry for that. And this is vacant. I try to speak louder. This is vacant means empty, and this is hardship means difficulty. And if you just click there, you can have access to more flashcards, keen, tact, oath. And if you're interested to have access actually to more than 600 words flashcards, just follow me on Instagram. And just please subscribe to my YouTube channel to receive further English lessons. And if this is the atmosphere of my online classes on Discord. And if you want to just participate in our online classes, just contact me instead of us. Actually, as a matter of fact, it is me, because I'm the only person here. And yeah, you will be there in no time, and I'm sure that you will enjoy it. It's greater than actually ordinary classes, physical classes, face-to-face classes that you have to spend so much time, energy, and actually in the polluted air, and with a lot of anxiety. And you can stay in your room and save your time and energy and money. Okay, thank you very much for your attention, and see you soon.